Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave division rivals stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS. Let's get to the news now. Browns fans, buckle up because what we're seeing unfold right now in the NFL, especially in the AFC North, is nothing short of a potential seismic shift. It's been a roller coaster of a season, and the latest drama surrounding our quarterback situation and some wild suggestions from NFL analysts are making waves across the league. And I promise this isn't just some off-season chatter. It could very well influence how the Browns approach their future, especially if some of these ideas come to fruition. Let's start with the current quarterback situation, because that's where all the buzz is centered. Shedeur Sanders, the son of NFL Hall of Famer Deion Sanders, was a highly touted prospect coming out of Colorado. The kid lit up college football, setting school records and earning his jersey retirement last spring after a stellar career. Most analysts had him pegged as a first-round pick in last April's NFL draft, but fate had other plans. Due to some inconsistent moments during the pre-draft process and some concerns about his transition to the next level, Shedeur slipped all the way to the 5th round, a fall that surprised many, especially Browns fans who had hoped for a different outcome. Since arriving in Cleveland, Shedeur's been under the microscope. He's had his share of tough moments, some cringeworthy throws, and moments that even his biggest supporters have questioned. It's been a rough start, and the criticism has been piling up. Still, the one guy who's remained publicly supportive is his dad, Deion Sanders. Deion, the charismatic and sometimes controversial coach of Colorado, has clearly been in Shedeur's corner. But what's more interesting is that NFL analyst Nick Wright has made a pretty wild suggestion. Why not bring Deion Sanders to Cleveland to fix our quarterback issues? Wright argues that if Cleveland wants to establish a winning culture, they should hire Coach Prime, Deion Sanders himself, to take over the Browns. It might sound out there, but Wright believes that Deion's proven he can turn programs around, and maybe he's the right guy to bring that same energy to Cleveland. It's not the first time Wright has spoken about Sanders in a coaching context, but this suggestion has sparked a lot of debate among fans and analysts alike. Now, at first glance, this sounds like a Hollywood story. Deion Sanders, one of the greatest cornerbacks and kickoff returners in NFL history, stepping into the coaching ranks and suddenly becoming a head coach in the NFL. It's the kind of storyline that would make headlines. But there are some pretty big hurdles to clear before this becomes a reality, and honestly, the idea raises more questions than answers. First off, Deion is currently under contract with Colorado for 4 more seasons. That's not just a simple buyout. It's a hefty $6 million contract buyout, which any NFL owner would think twice about shelling out. And let's be honest, Deion's coaching record at Colorado hasn't exactly been a meteoric rise. His only winning season came in 2024, ending with a 9-4 record. The other seasons, 4-8, and this year, he's sitting at 3-7. Not exactly the kind of resume that screams NFL head coach right now. Plus, Deion's health is a serious factor. He's been through quite a bit recently, battling bladder cancer last spring and summer, even undergoing surgery to remove the organ. His recovery included rebuilding his bladder at the University of Colorado Health Science Center, and he's been managing ongoing blood clot issues as well. For a guy with such health concerns, jumping into the high-stakes, demanding environment of the NFL might be a risk, not just for him, but for any team that considers him. It's one thing to coach college kids, it's quite another to navigate the pressures of the NFL, especially without a traditional coaching background. And speaking of coaching experience, that's where the skepticism kicks in. Deion has never held a professional coaching position, and his experience comes solely from college football, where he's been a charismatic motivator and a master of building programs around his personality and leadership. But can that translate to the NFL? That's the big question. The Browns are looking for stability, development, and a clear, proven path to success. Do we really think bringing in Deion, with his limited coaching resume and health issues, is the answer? Or is it just a flashy headline? Meanwhile, the Browns are in a different phase right now. They have a capable roster with a solid quarterback in Deshaun Watson, who's been working to find his rhythm after some rocky seasons. The coaching staff, led by Kevin Stefanski, has had its ups and downs, but they're experienced and familiar with the NFL grind. What the Browns need now is consistency, development, and the kind of leadership that can handle the NFL's unique challenges. Bringing in a college legend with no NFL coaching experience might be a gamble that doesn't pay off. Another point to consider is that Colorado under Deion has struggled this year. Their record of 3-7 is far from a dominant program, and the previous seasons with 4-8 and 9-4 don't exactly scream NFL-ready either. It's a reminder that college success doesn't always translate to professional success. The NFL is a different beast. The pace, the complexity, the level of competition, all of these are factors that require a different approach. Deion's personality and leadership style might be exactly what some teams need, but the track record isn't there yet. And let's not forget that Deion's health issues could become a serious concern if he were to take on an NFL head coaching role. His past health battles, including cancer treatment and blood clot issues, could be exacerbated by the intense physical and mental demands of a professional coaching gig. It's something that any team would need to weigh heavily before making such a bold move. So, while the idea of Deion Sanders coaching the Browns makes for a compelling headline and a fun story to imagine, the reality is far more complicated. The Browns are in a good place to make a run this season, especially if Deshaun Watson can find his groove and the coaching staff continues to develop players and schemes. But the NFL is unpredictable, and bold moves like this often come with big risks. If Cleveland truly wants to build a winning culture, they might need to focus on proven NFL coaching talent, rather than taking a gamble on a college legend who's still learning the ropes in the pros. Now, talking about the current Browns squad, there's a lot of optimism among fans. The defense has been solid, with players like Myles Garrett leading the charge, creating pressure and forcing turnovers. Offensively, there's still room for growth, but Deshaun Watson's return from injury has brought some hope. When he's on his game, the Browns are a tough team to beat. The key now is consistency, executing in close games, minimizing mistakes, and developing the young talent on both sides of the ball. This season has been a testament to the resilience of the Browns. They've faced setbacks, but they've also shown flashes of the team that can contend in the AFC North. The division itself is shaping up to be a dogfight, with teams like the Ravens, Bengals, and Steelers all fighting for supremacy. The Browns have a real shot if they keep improving, stay healthy, and keep the chemistry tight. Looking ahead, the Browns will need to make some critical decisions during the offseason. Will they stick with Kevin Stefanski and continue to build around Watson? Or will they explore other coaching options? Should they consider bold moves for the future, like the Deion Sanders idea? Honestly, it's a fascinating debate, and it shows just how much excitement and unpredictability there is in Cleveland right now. And let's not forget that Browns fans are some of the most passionate in the league. We've seen the highs and lows, and we've been waiting for a consistent, winning product on the field. Every season, there's hope that this could be the year we finally make that deep playoff run, that we get closer to a Super Bowl. The core of this team, the talent, and the coaching staff all have the potential, but it's about putting it all together and making smart decisions. So, as we watch this story unfold, keep in mind that the Browns are always in the mix. Whether it's sticking with what we have or considering a wild card like Deion Sanders, the goal remains the same. Build a team that can compete at the highest level and bring a championship back to Cleveland. The road ahead might be bumpy, but with the passion of the fans and the talent on this roster, I believe we're heading in the right direction. The AFC North isn't going to give up easily, but neither will we. Cleveland Browns fans, stay fired up. This season still has a lot in store, and I believe more good things are on the horizon. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Cleveland Browns news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Looking to the future, it's clear that the Browns need to keep their focus on what's best for the team. Whether that's sticking with Kevin Stefanski, making some strategic adjustments, or even exploring bold options like bringing in a coach with a different background, the priority has to be building a cohesive, winning culture. Cleveland has the talent, the fan support, and the drive. We just need to make the right moves, stay healthy, and keep believing in this team's potential. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on all of this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Browns. Do you believe Deion Sanders could be the game changer the team needs? Or do you think the focus should be on developing the current coaching staff and players? Whatever you think, let's get a conversation going. I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news. Keep the faith, stay loud, and let's keep pushing forward because with this team and this fan base, the best is yet to come.